Hey guys, it's Saria. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my 99th video, and for it I will be showing you how I made these super cute light up Coco ears. Because this is my 99th video, a little kind of announcement. On Friday, November 1st, I will be going live and I will be making some ears. That will be my 100th video and I wanted to do something special for it, so I thought it would be cool to go live and make some ears in real time. And if you guys want to join me either in making your own or just watching the live and being in the chat asking any questions or just talking, I guess, I would love that. So please join me for my first ever live video making some ears, and it will be this Friday, November 1st at 9:30 p.m. Disney World time. And for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these super cute light up Coco ears. I got the inspiration to make these from the movie Coco, especially the part where all the carnation petals are laid out and the bridge is all lit up. It is so beautiful, and I thought it would be cool to kind of emulate that in a set of ears. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial.
So starting off with this Coco fabric that my husband actually got me at Walmart, and it came in a pre-cut yard. I'm going to take the ear cutting template that I have linked in the description box below, and I'm going to make sure that I place it in the way that I have the right face going upward, if that makes sense. All of the heads go different directions, so just make sure that you've got it where the top of the ear is exactly where you want it on the fabric. And then I'm actually going to show you on the front and the back. This fabric's really hard to see, so I did end up just doing it on the front with a silver Sharpie, and then I went in with my rotary blade and cut out 4 ears. So you're actually going to need 4 of these fabric ears, because you will have one for the front and one for the back on each ear. So the next step is actually to take the foam and batting ear template, which again I have in the description box below, and you're going to cut out 4 cardboard ears. I'm so sorry, I did miss recording this part, but I do have it in all of my previous tutorials if you want to check it out. But just trace it and cut out the cardboard. You will need 4 pieces, and then you're going to set it down on your fabric ear, and you're going to apply a little bit of hot glue and fold over the very edge of the fabric onto the cardboard ear. You do want to make sure that you're doing this not super tight, because if you're going to want to stuff your ears and make them fluffy and plush, then you're going to need a little bit of stretch in your fabric, and this Coco fabric does not have any natural stretch to it. It is very stiff fabric. So just make sure that you don't pull the fabric too tight when you're hot gluing it down to the edge. Then you're going to take your stuffing and just pull it apart and stuff your ear to your liking, and then close up the ear on the bottom by applying a little bit of hot glue on the bottom and folding over the fabric. You will obviously repeat these steps for the other 3 pieces of your ears until you have 4 complete halves. And then once you have 2 complete halves, you'll apply a good amount of hot glue to the center. I like to do it on the inside of the line where the fabric is, because you do not want hot glue to ooze out of your ear when you firmly press them together. So next you're going to use my ear spacing template. Again, this is linked in the description box below. This is just how I make sure that my ears are lined up nicely on the headband. And using this template, you will just place down the headband, place down the ear. I just mark it with my thumb and then apply a generous amount of hot glue to the bottom of the ear. Don't go crazy with the hot glue, because you don't want it to ooze out everywhere. And then firmly hold down the ear onto the headband. I am using the little light switch pack that I know I'm going to place in the center of the headband, just to make sure that I do have them spaced far enough apart to fit the battery pack in. And then I'm doing the same thing to the other ear, applying a good amount of hot glue and firmly pressing it down onto the headband. I did not cover the headband in this video, but I have done it in previous videos that I will have linked in the description box below. And next I'm going to take this really pretty orange trim that I got from Joanns, and I'm going to add this around the rim of my ears. So I'm just applying a thin line of hot glue. This is going to cover up the seam where we glued the 2 halves together, and just gently tapping down that trim. Do not use a lot of hot glue on this step, because you don't really need much and you do not want to make the ear look messy. The trim's purpose is to make the ear look more finished. And then just snip off the excess. And repeat this onto the other ear. So now for the light switch pack, we're going to glue this down onto the center of the headband. Do make sure that you apply the hot glue to the top part of the battery pack and have it facing upward where you can see the screws. You want to make sure that you'll be able to change out the batteries as needed, and you won't be able to do that if the screw part is facing down against the headband. And then I'm going to take these really pretty carnation flowers that I actually got from Dollar Tree, and this is how I'm going to make my flower crown. I've done this a couple times now. I've actually made other sets of cocoa ears for some friends, and it just kind of depends how you want it to look. So I'm using the larger carnations. They do have smaller ones at Dollar Tree. I really like how the larger ones look, but it does cover up a lot of the fabric. So for example, Hector's face is going to get covered up by this flower right now. And then I have also done sets where I did larger on one side and then smaller flowers on the back, so that I could kind of pick and choose how I wanted to wear them. When you are applying the flowers near the light switch pack, I leave the little stem on the flower and then apply the hot glue to the stem and shove it underneath the battery pack. And then the ones that are going right up against the ears, I trim off that stem part and glue them right against the ear. So now I'm going to take these smaller marigolds that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just kind of use these on the edges. This was just to give me a side where I could see the characters a little bit better. But again, you do how you prefer, smaller flowers, bigger flowers, different colored flowers, it's totally up to you. And then I'm just using that same tact as using the stem as kind of a way of applying the hot glue on the edges, and then the ones that are going right up against the ear, I snip off the stem. So now we're going to move on to the light switch pack, the lights themselves. So we have this wire sticking out where all of the lights are, and I'm going to go ahead and turn mine on just so that I can see it better. And I'm going to just wrap the lights in and out between the flowers. So I'm just going around the edge of the flowers and then coming back, and then just kind of weaving in and out as kind of just as I see fit. This part's actually really, really simple, and it's just kind of all a matter of just hiding the lights behind the flowers. But as far as my lighted ears go, I do think that this was actually one of the easiest methods that I've done. And now you can see me just kind of like weaving it between the flowers themselves and just trying to get any spots that I don't feel like are glowing as much as I want them to. And now that I'm at the edge, I'm just going to tuck in that little edge, and that's it. The ears are done. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you have any questions about this or any other requests for future ear videos or any Disney DIYs, anything like that, just leave it for me in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do recreate these, please send me a message on Instagram showing me, because I absolutely love seeing your recreations.